Okay, so band handles. We're going to do pretty much our entire workout with the band. But we're going to start with some mobility first. Arms are wide, feet good, kind of athletic stance with your feet. Feet are kind of wide, toes out a little bit, legs bent. Make sure you have good balance. Strong core. Arms are wide, pretty close to the handles. Go over your head if you can and back behind your body, and then bring it to the front again. So if you can't do that, you just try to lift up as high as you can and then come right back down. But if you can, the challenge is coming over the head. Now, as the arms come up, it's okay to, stretch out that band. If your arms naturally want to go a little wider, you just have to mind your head as you go over your head with the band, right? You want to just make sure that you're not hitting your face or hitting your head, messing up that beautiful hairdo that we work so hard to work on every morning now. We're just getting done up with our hair because we have so much to do now that things are starting to open up. Well, we're slowly getting there. But again, work on that. So if you are limited in your range of motion and you're just working on to the front, right? Work on your back as well. So the back side, try to work on, wide arms. Try to work on going maybe just up to the back of your head and then right back down. And so pretty much you're avoiding the middle part of this range of motion, which is going over the head in both directions. So you're lifting to the front and then you're lifting to the back, if possible. I mean, that's what you're trying to do, but you can see I'm grabbing really wide and I'm just coming up right around to the back of my head and then back down. So that's how you can work it. You should start to feel your shoulders, your arms, your upper arms really working, right? The deltoids, which is good. It's a good thing. And we're working on mobility for our shoulders. So now let's move on. Arms in a little closer together. Hands right around chest height, stomach height. Pull the band apart. Now your arms are slightly bent, and you want to get the band to touch your body. And then go forward again. Bring the arms out to the side, get the band to touch your body, and if you can, continue to move your arms back a little bit more, even though the band is already touching you. So you're giving your upper back muscles, your shoulder blades, you're just trying to squeeze them. Just a little bit more. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. And now you're really going to start to feel your shoulders working. Squeeze, give it a good squeeze. Come back to the beginning. Take your time. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Have a seat in your chair. Again, we're going to continue to use the band. We're going to work on some rows. Our posture. Upper back, mid back. Arms are working, shoulders are working, hand grip, forearms, biceps. Now your posture, your core, that is up to you, right? We've got to think about sitting tall. I like to have the band around 1 foot and then my other leg is bent, supportive off to the side. Shoulders up and back and then let them come down, right? Drop your shoulder blades. Try not to shrug, avoid the shrug. Drop the shoulders down. And then pull your hands towards your ribs. Pull in the stomach, right? Tighten up your core, sit as tall as you can. Mind your posture. And then you're just trying to bring your elbows back as far as you can. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Squeeze. Sit tall. Now when you're coming forward with your hands and the band, you want to observe the band. Make sure this band is tight, right? If it's loose and you're holding on to the handles, you lose tension in the band, which means you lose tension in the muscle, our back, our arms, our shoulders. So you actually want to make sure you're grabbing the band and making sure, not the handles, but the actual band itself, and making sure that right here, from your foot to your hand, it's nice and tight, or taut, right? Taut band. So it's constant tension on the band, which means constant tension on the muscles that are working. And you'll feel it from your hands all the way up to your arms, shoulders, back. Think about your core, pull in the belly button. Flex the stomach. Sit tall. Remember to breathe. Right? Exhale as you pull. Breathe out. Breathe in. Exhale as you pull. Just a few more. Okay, moving on. So now, you are going to try to work on squats with the band. So, before you even get up, we want to situate the band underneath our feet. I would say, or I would recommend, getting it close to the heel, but still on the arch, so it's kind of on the back third of your foot. Close to the back end of the arch, but the beginning of the heel, if that makes sense. Right? And then, of course, the band's on the side, outside the feet. Make sure it's even. Right? You don't want to be too long and lengthy on one side. Pay attention to your feet now. Get some good space. We're going to stand up out of a squat, right? So, situate your bum close to the edge of the chair. Hold on to the band. We're not holding on to the handles. Start to put a little pressure into your feet. Okay? Posture's tall, core is strong, shoulders are back. Try to stand up. Now the band's going to get nice and tight as you stand up. It's going to get tight or tighter. The tension increases as you stand up towards the top. Easy. Come down, push out your hips, lean forward, feel the weight on the heels. Come all the way down to the chair. Adjust. Make adjustments how you need to. Right? Maybe the band was too tight. So that means you need a little extra slack on the outside and you need to let go a little bit. Maybe you need to grab the handles. Or maybe just right at the band and where the handles meet. So just make adjustments. Otherwise, if it worked for you, then keep going. It's okay to move your body a little forward as you begin to stand up. So push into the heels. You can lean forward with the torso just a little, but tighten up that stomach to help you keep that balance and maintain a good, strong grip. Right? Because you don't want that band to slip through the hands. As you stand up, make sure you stand tall and you roll your shoulders back and you flex that stomach. Then come all the way down. Always feeling the weight on your heels. Stand tall at the top, tight tummy. When you're sitting down, make sure you're sitting tall. Then move forward, tighten up that core, stand all the way up. Maintain that strong grip. If you need to take a break and kind of relax your grip a little bit, your hands are working hard, it's okay. Relax for a little bit and then get back into it. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right. So, moving on. Feet are a little closer together. And now you're going to grab the handles. I want you to grab the handles. And I want you to have a lot of slack coming out of the sides of your feet. Of course, again, checking that it's pretty even. You don't want one side to be a little longer than the other. And then stand up, nice and tall, holding onto the handles. Engaging your core. Shoulders are up and back and then down, right? Don't shrug. Don't lift your shoulders up towards your ears. Keep the shoulders down as you curl. Bringing the hands to the front of your shoulders. Now remember, pull in the stomach. Engage your core. Right, if you need to squeeze your glutes a little bit to help you, to help protect your back, to help you have a little bit better engagement through your core, then squeeze the bum a little. Tighten up that stomach. Remember to pull right to the front of the shoulder. Posture's tall, shoulders down. Remember to breathe. Exhale as you lift. Almost there. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, moving on. Take a little breather, get a little water. Moving on, we're going to keep working. So this one's going to get a little tricky. You're going to need a door. You should all have it. A door to your room. Now, you can see on the front of my door, I have this handle, it's actually like a hook. You kind of want to think of it as a hook. Now, even if it's not a hook, it's okay, right? So, the back, I'm just going to get this handle to just rest right on the knob. Let the door close. Make sure you close that door all the way, okay? Now, of course, make sure that when you close the door that the band isn't right where it's supposed to insert into the door frame, right? So make sure the band is a little lower or it's above that little insertion for the door frame to keep the door secure. Now look at that, it's anchored. This is perfect. We're going to work on our core. So I hope you were all able to follow along. You were able to close your door. Even if the door is closing in the other direction, not like mine, it doesn't matter. You're still doing it on the other side, closing the door, and you're on the opposite side. So I hope that makes sense. Now here is where you have to play with angles. So this is a point where you want to try to line up the side of your body to. So for me, my right hip is facing that point on the door frame. In other words, I'm standing sideways to that point. Posture's real tall, core is engaged. I'm going to reach out with my arms. Now you have to make sure that the band is nice and taut, right? And you want to sit, or I should say stand as tall as you can, and your hands are in alignment with the center of your chest, your sternum, and you just hold. If you want more of a challenge, you step away from the door frame. Wide feet, bend the legs a little, tighten up the stomach, shoulders are down, right? Don't shrug, drop your shoulders. right? Tighten up the stomach and just hold. You get to play with the tension. You get to play with the resistance against your core. So it's up to you, depending on how far away you are from that door frame. But it's all relative, right? So again, the further away you are, the harder it is. The closer you are to the door, a little easier. And we're just holding. That's it. You're going to feel your shoulders working too, which is fine. Take a little break. So now we just do a quick little 180. And we're facing the other direction. But you're still sideways to the point on that door. Right? Flex the stomach. Again, line up the hands with the center of your chest, your sternum, and extend out the palms. And again, you're still trying to keep the palms in alignment with the center of your chest. Step away if you need to. And again, tighten up tighten up the core and the shoulders. Up, down, and drop it. Pull in the belly button. Right? Tighten up the stomach. I like to have my hands interlaced. I didn't say that, but whatever's comfortable for you. You can have one hand closed fist around the handle and then this hand around that hand, or the enclosed fist. Whatever works. Whatever's better for your grip. But you should feel your stomach really working and fighting against the band, right? Because the band wants to turn and pull your body. It wants to pull and turn you towards the door frame. Take a little break. So you're trying to fight the rotation. Right? Your body wants to rotate towards the door, but you're fighting it, right? So they call it anti-rotation. So it's core stability, core strength, fighting the rotation. So anti-rotation, core work, really. Just fancy mumbo jumbo. Just know that it's really good for your core. All right. It's a great move. I love this move. We're going to take it up a notch. That was the foundation, right? That's the first move you learn. From there, we're going to start moving the hands towards the chest, then right back out again. Come in towards the center of your chest, right back out again. Make sure that you have a good, strong core, right? If your feet are a little closer together, it's a little bit more challenging, right? If your feet are wider, it gives you a little bit more stability, so it's a little easier. And again, if you want to step away and have your feet kind of close together, that's a big time challenge. Engage the core, tall. Remember, the shoulders are still down. Right? Don't shrug. Remember to breathe. Don't hold your breath. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right, turn around. Same thing. So standing sideways to the door frame. Posture's real tall, shoulders up and back, right? Starting off with the hands in the center of the chest. Find a good footing, whatever width is good for you. And then just start moving straight out and right back in. Pull in the stomach, right? Tighten it up. Breathe. Try not to let your shoulders turn and rotate towards the door as you reach forward with the hands. Almost there. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. All right. One more time. So, Same setup. The foundation will move, all right? Set up your feet, set up your distance. You should know everything by now, what's working for you. Start off with your hands straight out in front of you. Tighten up that stomach, shoulders are down. Keep those arms out. You are going to pivot and turn away from the door and then come right back to your starting position. So notice my feet. I'm turning and I'm pivoting. And I turn my whole body. And my hands are still in alignment with the center of my chest. Come back. My hands are still in alignment with the center of your chest. So you're kind of just doing a 90-degree turn. Essentially, you are doing a 90-degree turn away from the door. Pivot your feet, both feet. Right? So lifting the heels and rotating, pivoting on the balls of your feet. Tighten up that core. Right? Work on the pivot. Work on the feet. Your mechanics. Pivot. Lift the heels. Turn. Use your core. 5 more. Right? Flex that stomach as hard as you can. 4. Pull in the belly button. 3. Hold it there. 2. Tight tummy. Last one. 1. And stop. So now, not only are we fighting the rotation and the pull towards the door, we are moving away. So now we're creating our own rotation with our hips and moving away from the tension, the resistance. So just, again, cranking it up to a new level. Again, the feet, pay attention to your feet, your footing. Get your distance, get your width. Shoulders down, arms out, pull in the stomach, pull in the belly button. Lift the heels, pivot away from the door. Pivot. Both feet lift and pivot. Flex that stomach. It's really going to help you as you pivot. It's going to help you keep your balance as you pivot. Right? Whatever works for you, figure it out, make it happen. Pivot your feet, tighten up that stomach. Even if you need to roll or pivot on the heel for the front foot or the foot that you're going towards, right? For me, it's my right foot. You can roll and pivot on that heel. Whatever is best for you, whatever you can manage, just make sure that you are pivoting and keeping that core tight as you rotate away from the door. 5 more. 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Take a little breather. We are almost there. So now, one hand holding on. My back is to the door frame, to that point behind me, but it's lined up with my right shoulder. In a way, right? It's that band is against my right outer arm, my bicep, outside my elbow. My forearm is parallel to the floor, and I'm holding on to the handle with just one hand. Left leg is forward for me, right leg is back. And I'm just working on keeping my shoulders square to the wall behind me or to that point behind me. Tighten up the stomach. Bring that elbow up a little. So now the band is on top of your arm. Flex the stomach, right? Step away if you need to, so that now you can start to feel the pull with the right shoulder, the right side of your torso, pulling you towards the door. You want to step forward enough so that you feel that. Again, we're doing rotation, anti-rotation. We're fighting the rotation, right? We're fighting that band wanting to pull us to the right. Flex your stomach, find some good balance and stability in your legs. Left leg forward, right leg back, right hand holding on. Press, come back. Push that hand to the front and come right back down. Keep your shoulders square to the front. Right? Don't let your shoulders turn. If you find that your shoulder and your body's turning a lot, you might need to back up a little bit. It might be too much on your upper body or on your core. You can't quite hold it. All right, so make the adjustments. Find a distance away from the door that works for you and flex that stomach as hard as you can. It's a tough move, but you're tough, right? You're strong. Breathe. Maintain that balance. Flex that stomach. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Other side. So you just do a little side step. Go to the other side. Right leg to the front. Left hand holding on. You can start with that elbow down and in. I just want you to focus on establishing your stance. Your shoulders first, right? You want to step forward enough to where you feel that band wanting to pull you towards that door. Once you're there, once you have your feet established, your balance, your core, right, from right here, shoulders are square, press, come back. Tight stomach, press, come back. Breathe. Maintain your balance. It's a tough move, but you can do it. Whatever you want to do with the free arm is up to you. Maybe have it on your stomach so that you can feel if you're indeed engaging your core. You should be. I mean, geez, this whole workout has been nothing but core stuff. Thinking about our core, fighting against the band, working on our posture, right? Always thinking about your posture. Even as we're here in this move, standing tall, tummy is strong, good balance in your legs, stability, strength, and posture. Here we go, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Bravo. Great work. Let's finish with some stretching. That was good. And since we're standing, let's stretch out our calves real quick before we sit down. Calves. Get your hands on the chair. One leg back. One leg to the front. Real good support in the legs. Drop that heel down. Make sure your feet are pointing to the front. Drop the heel down. All right. Great job. That was a tough one. A lot of band work. It's amazing all the stuff you can do with the band, right? Other side. Drive the heel down. Feet pointing straight ahead. All right. Have a seat in your chair. We'll stretch out the hamstrings. One leg to the front. One leg is just kind of off to the side for balance or support. 2 hands sliding down. One leg, the same leg, reaching for the ankle, the shoe, toes. Make sure that leg is straight. Now there's so many modifications to this one, and then there's so many different theories. Some people find that this stretch may hurt their back. So the recommendation there, if this one does hurt your back, is to actually try not to bend or curve your spine at all. You're trying to do a little bit of a Romanian deadlift, which is what we've done before when we're standing. But there's a little bend in this knee, and you want to keep your shoulders back and then maintain a neutral spine in your lower lumbar as you hinge from the waist. And you don't go as far. Not at all. We're not even trying to get to our foot or ankle. You're just trying to keep a flat, neutral spine pushing out the hips a little bit into the seat of the chair, really digging the heel down, and there's just a little bend in the knee. And then that'll put a big stretch in the back of the thigh, and it'll take your lower back out of the equation. So some people, physical therapists, doctors, recommend that stretch over just the good old-fashioned, bending your spine and sliding the hands down the leg. It's really personal preference. We're going to the other leg now. I think it's good to do both. Why not? I mean, if your body can handle both, it's okay. As long as it doesn't hurt you, it's good for you. Now, sometimes it will put a little bit of a strain on the muscle because you're tight, and that's a different kind of pain. It should be very, very mild pain. Remember this stretch, if you want to give it a shot again, is shoulders up and back, really pushing out the bum towards the chair, a little bend in the knees. Keep that neutral spine as you bend forward from the waist, right? So this is the other alternative, stretching there. Again, it's just personal preference, whatever works for your body, but there's so many modifications to exercises, to stretches. We want to do the things that don't cause a whole lot of pain, that actually feel good to stretch out. Moving on, figure 4, cross one leg over, put a little pressure on that knee. Now this one can be a little tricky on the hip. Wherever you're at is wherever you're at on this one. You can cross at the ankle, you can cross your legs at the ankle, you can cross your legs at the knees. Right here, it's pretty much ankle to knee. Right, my left ankle is on my right knee, or on the outside of my right knee. And I am pushing my left leg down towards the floor, right around that knee joint. And this is up to you, how you want to be. You can dig into it, add a little more pressure. Again, it's working with your body, listening to your body. Right, if it feels like it's too much, then take pressure off. Or if you feel like it's not enough, then put some more pressure into it. Just working on the range of motion, giving your body some relief. Other leg, same thing. Crossing ankle over knee. Pushing that right knee down. Or, whatever works for you. Great work today, everyone. Bravo. We are all done. That is it. Great job today. It's going to be a warm day, so drink a lot of water, okay? Water, water, water. All right, and on days that you exercise, you drink a little extra water too. They say you should be drinking half of your body weight in ounces, right? Fluid ounces, half your body weight is the minimum amount of water you want to drink. So if you weigh 150, 75 ounces of water is what you want to drink daily. It's a lot. But that's how you do the math. That's how you know where you're at. All right. All done.